Okay guys, welcome back for another episode of the podcast. I think this is episode 4? I'm not for sure, but that means it's been a month. How crazy is that? It's been 4 weeks. 4 episodes. Well, anyways, I read Luke a while ago, not like all of it, but I read Luke 9 a while ago. And I finally just wrote about it today. And this is not an ad or anything, but if you want something that's going to help you with like interpreting it so your brain can like comprehend it, that is the word, then use Bible chat. There's 2 different Bible chats that you can look at. One of them is like a blue and yellow. Well, they're both blue and yellow, but one has the Bible in there, and you can listen to the Bible, and you can put Bible verses on your lock screen. So I have that on mine, obviously, if I'm going to talk about it, but I have both. There's multiple different ones out there, but I'm pretty sure they all work the same. I just really love them because it makes it really easy, like, to use it for today, because, you know, I read it a while ago, and I don't know, I didn't want to read it again. But today we're going to talk about the time where Jesus walks on water, and when Peter walked out there too. So this is Matthew 14:22 through 33. Sorry, I'm going to turn down my music a little bit. It says, immediately he made the disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side while he dismisses the crowds. And after he had dismissed the crowds, he went up on the mountain by himself to pray. When everything came, he was there alone. But the boat by the time was a long way from the land, beaten by the waves, for the wind against them. And in the fourth watch of the night, he came to them walking on the sea. But when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified and said, "It is a ghost," and they cried out in fear. But immediately Jesus spoke to them, saying, "Take heart in this. It is I. Do not be afraid." And Peter answered him, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." He said, "Come." So Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water and came to Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he got afraid and began to sink, and he cried out, "Lord, save me." He immediately reached out his hand and took hold of him, saying to him, "O little faith, why did you doubt?" And when they got into the boat, the wind ceased, and those in the boat worshipped him, saying, "Truly you are the Son of God." So this is talking about how the disciples didn't believe it was Jesus walking on the water, and they thought it was just a ghost. And so Peter went out on the water. He started walking, and then he got distracted. And this can be applied to life. Like, you know, it could be going really good in your faith right now. Like, for example, if I'm reading the Bible, I can be really good at it. I can read it every day, but I can get distracted. Well, Peter got distracted, and he began to sink. If I get distracted while Bible studying, I won't keep studying. I will, like, do for a little bit, and then I'll stop. And you don't want to do that. And then when God saves him, and if you're reading the Bible, and you do get like, oh my goodness, what was the word? If you do get distracted, God will save you, and He will have you focus again. And it's just like a beautiful thing that God can do. Like, you can be so unbelieving in the moment, but right as He says something about, you know, like how they walked on water, no one really would believe it, but you kind of have to think about it, you know. See, I just got distracted by this good song because I've been wanting my Alexa to play this all day today. I'm trying so hard, but I don't got to play it. It's You're Always Better by Forrest Frank. If you haven't listened to the song, it is so good. Go listen to it right now. Go listen to Forrest Frank. He's one of the best Christian artists you'll ever find. And go check out Elevation Worship and Hillsong Worship. Lord, I need you now more than I ever want to put my heart back together. I search the world till my head hurts just to find out your ways better. Oh, oh, your ways better. Oh, Lord, your ways better. Oh, Lord, your ways better. Jesus. Oh, I need you now more than I ever want to put my heart back together. I search the world till my head hurts just to find out your ways better. Oh, oh, your ways better. Oh, oh, your ways better. Oh, Lord, your ways better. Jesus, your ways better. Your ways better. Thanks for doing a little worship with me for today. But it talks a lot about in the Bible about getting distracted and He will save you. You know, I got saved how many months ago? July, August, September, October, November, December. 7 months ago. And, well, almost 7 months. Tomorrow will be 7 months since I've been saved, which is so amazing. And soon it's almost been a year. That's really crazy. I'll listen to that good song by Forrest Frank. No Longer Bound. Lift My Hands is again another good one. But anyways, it really does, and it talks about how doubt, sorry, I have to put on my little tabs on here to know what's about. Been not doing a good job of like doing that, but it talks about doubt, and it talks about fear, it talks about distractions, it talks about to keep your faith strong and to, you know, even when it's hard, you gotta pray about it. I read this Bible verse the other day, and it was, I think if I can find it, it was Philippians. Pretty sure it was Philippians. Yes. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. If you really want something, pray about it. Like right now, I'm searching for a friend that's as Christian as I am and wants to go worship, wants to go to adoration, wants to read our Bible together. Because I don't really have that. Like, I have Christian friends, but like, yeah, I'm going to camp with one of them, but I want more Christian friends. I want more people I can go worship with. I want more people so I can have a Bible study. Like, to me, that would be so cool. So I've been praying about that lately. And of course, I always pray about other people, but if you really want something, you have to pray about it. Because God will provide. And He will give it to you. You just have to keep praying. And some people are like, oh yeah, God never gave me that. Well, if God didn't put in your life, he did that for a reason. Or if he took something away, he did that for a reason. For example, this is one of my new favorite sayings. God ruins plans, so plans couldn't ruin you. If you had a plan with a friend and suddenly you can't go anymore, God did that for a reason. Let's say the next week you found out that your friends got into a really big fight and you're the only friend out of that friend group that can talk to that one person again, because you're not mad at them because nothing really happened and what they did wasn't even messed up. So that's a really good thing. Oh, here's my good song. Anyways, like, you just gotta pray because he just does so much for you. And I've been asked a lot, how do you pray? Just have a conversation. He's literally your best friend. It should be easy to talk to him, but I know it can be really hard. Also, if you've never heard of praying in tongues, look it up on YouTube, look it up on TikTok if you have TikTok, but look it up. It's so cool. I've prayed in tongues. It was actually recently my first time praying in tongues, and I've been praying about it for a while. See, he provides. He will give it to you eventually. So that was really cool for me, but it's hard to start praying in tongues again. Sorry guys, I'm really tired, but he allowed me to pray in tongues, and it's not like an automatic thing. You're not gonna pray in tongues every time you pray, but sometimes you might, and that's just really cool. If you could catch it on camera or anything like that, that's just really cool. And you don't even know what you're saying when you're speaking in tongues. Like, he literally chose that language for you, and he made it specific so you can only talk to him. And I've heard things where, like, if you pray in tongues, the devil can hear you. But personally, I don't think that. Like, if you pray in tongues, it's a conversation just between you and God. And that's pretty cool. Like, I can have an idea in my head of what I'm praying in tongues, but it could be totally different. So, yeah, I don't know if I have a verse in here that talks about praying in tongues that I have down that I, remember. But I'll show you this really cute drawing I did in my Bible. It's a little shoe, Nike. But it says, we will walk in the name of the Lord our God forever. And it's Micah 4:5, for all the peoples walk, each in the name of its God, but we will walk in the name of the Lord our God forever and ever. So we'll be walking in God's footsteps for our whole life because he planned everything from life to death. So when you're born, he has everything planned out, and you're just following his path. Yeah, you can veer off the path, but don't try to. I'm just gonna... Sorry, I'm really tired, but don't try to veer off the path. Stay on the path as long as you can. And yeah, there will be times where you do veer off, but that's when you have to get right back on the path. That's when you have to trust in God and, just continue to love him. Also, I'll put down 107 reasons to love God and their Bible verses by them. And then I'll put one reason to trust him in the Bible verse for it. I saw it on TikTok, but I'll put it down below in the description. I normally write something in the description, but I'll write it down there. So if you want to know 107 reasons to love God, then yeah, read them. Read the verses too. I haven't read all of them, 607 of them, but one day I will. Okay, if I sing, I'm so sorry. I'm playing worship music, and it's really good. Once a month, well, a week out of the month, there we go, I just listen to worship music. That's the only music I'll listen to. Like, yeah, if someone's playing music, then I won't count that because I didn't choose the music. If I'm choosing music for that week, it has to be worship music. And that's when I'm most locked in with God. That's when I'm most reading the Bible. That's when I pray the most. That's when I find myself more happy. So I love doing that. So if you want to challenge yourself, do that. It's really challenging. It's really hard sometimes, but you just do it. Just do it. I promise you'll feel like $1,000,000 after that week, because for me it's just like relieving stuff off my chest. Like, I just feel all the weight lifted away. It's gone. It's not there anymore. It's just amazing. I think the next one we'll talk about what a godly woman is, and about how God thinks of you and not how other people think of you. So I'm really sorry. I'm just incredibly tired. Oh, this verse is really good. The grass withers, the flowers fade, when beneath the Lord blows on it. Surely the people are grass. So cute. I have on it, it says, the grass withers and the flowers fade, but the word of our God stands forever. I'll see if I can find any more of my little drawing thingies. I'd love doing little drawing things. Oh. We'll go to God's phone number real quick. Just Jeremiah 33:3. If you never knew that, now you know. If you ever need to call God, Jeremiah 33:3. Call to me and I will answer you, and will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known. See, if I ever decide to make a voicemail, that will be going on there. So I need to figure out how to set up my voicemail. I have a voicemail, but I don't know how to do like the speaking thing on it. So, sorry. Oh, another thing we need to talk about in a video, well, in a podcast episode, is relationships. Not like just relationships with a significant other, but like friendships. Like how you is perceived the right. Stop beating. I said, you need Jesus. He won't leave like I did. So this is a really good song. But we need to talk about that, because how you perceive yourself, I don't know if that's the right word, but if how you show yourself to other people, that really affects on your future and how people are going to treat you. If you treat people with hatred all the time, that's all they're going to treat you with. So treat people with kindness. Kindness is a choice. It's always the right choice. Anyways, I love you guys. Remember, Jesus loves you. Have a great week. If you have a birthday this week, happy birthday. But remember, Jesus loves you, and God ruins plans so the plans wouldn't ruin you. Bye. Love y'all.